Animal Crossing is one of my all-time favorite video games. Not only is it my comfort, but it made me familiar with life experiences at a young age, such as paying mortgage, buying supplies, and building relationships with neighbors. The neighbors, or villagers, in this game are, surprise, unique animals you might recognize in the real world. Except they're not realistic whatsoever, but that's okay. Getting to know your fellow villagers is crucial to success in the game. That being said, some villagers become more attached to you than others. They'll bring you gifts, chase you down in the street, and even come to your house unannounced. This raises the question, do some villagers favor the main player more than others? And how? My method was to keep note of every interaction I have with a villager, especially frequency of interactions. As I played, I talked to every villager in town at least once, giving them all a chance to initiate further interactions. During my gameplay, 2 villagers stood out the most, Roswell and Rudy. Not only did I talk with those 2 the most, but they reciprocated with favoritism. I noticed these acts of favoritism most in gift giving and hangouts at one another's house. Starting with Roswell, he sent me the cutest letter. It totally made my day. Not many villagers send me letters unless they want something. The letter had some hints of riz, if you ask me. Maybe a little flirtatious. Not only did he come over to my house once, but he came over twice during the same gameplay. As we ended our romantic date, hangout, he gave me a gift. How sweet. I hope to see him again soon. Now to Rudy. It's one thing for a villager to walk into my house unannounced, but instead, Rudy actually invited me to his house. I think this is the first time that's ever happened to me in this game. While I was there, we played a game called High Card, Low Card. I won the game because I'm a genius, and he gave me a shirt as a reward. Even after the hangout, I saw him again where he gave me another shirt. This guy is obsessed with me. To sum up our results, 2 of the villagers, Roswell and Rudy, interacted with me way more than any of the other villagers. How does this favoritism affect the player of the game? Well, Animal Crossing is meant to be a long-term game. You don't play to defeat the villain then call it good. You're putting constant effort into your island to make it 5 out of 5 stars. That being said, the possibility of forming a parasocial relationship with one of the villagers in the game is a high possibility. Parasocial relationships are when people grow feelings and attachments toward media characters. Researchers Elizabeth M. Peirce and Alan M. Rubin researched parasocial relationships and saw why people fall into them in the first place. As the uses and gratifications theory suggests, people use media to fulfill a need. It's likely that someone playing Animal Crossing could be in need of love or companionship. Then, here comes villagers like Roswell and Rudy, who invite you over to their house, send you letters, and give you gifts. Now, the player has a source that's filling their real-life need. You may be asking yourself, Berlin, how would a person develop feelings for a video game character when they know that character is not real? Well, even though the player may know the villager is not a real person in a real scenario, these media images of favoritism stimulate real emotional reactions all the same. That's why I cried so much when I saw Marley and Me, or when I read the newest Hunger Games book about Hamish Abernathy, or when I watched Mark and Gemma's backstory episode of Severance. Anyway, I cry a lot. All in all, certain villagers in Animal Crossing will pay more attention to you than others. As a result, they'll act like your best friend or maybe even more. Anybody playing Animal Crossing for a long amount of time may develop a parasocial relationship with any of the villagers. Regardless of the reality of the situation, these images stimulate real emotional reactions all the same. Now, I'm gonna go catch some fish. Thank you so much for watching.